So this is day 2. Day 2 is all about celebrity status and mindset. Celebrity mindset. So I think we're going to be breaking down through a few barriers today. Coming up with a few new concepts for what celebrity status and mindset and energy really is, what it really means to be a celebrity, and how actually it is such a powerful tool. Fame is a great tool. It's a good thing and not something you need to feel weird or bad about. So we're going to start that kind of process. So what I want to do before we kick off into today's training is recap a little bit on yesterday and ask you, since yesterday's call, if you were on it live or if you watched the replay, what have been some, have you had any other discoveries, any other thoughts around anything that we looked at yesterday, breaking through some mindset, some limiting mindsets, moving past anything that maybe has been keeping you stuck? Have you felt anything? Have you woken up this morning any different? Did you do anything differently after the masterclass yesterday? Different to what you would normally do? Did you speak in a braver voice? Did you show up in a higher level? Did you think differently about yourself or reframe any negative thoughts maybe coming into you? Let me know in the comments if anything felt different for you or has felt different for you since yesterday, since doing that reframe, since looking, at who you are, how amazing you really are, and how important the beliefs you have are in how you then show up in your life. Yeah, I'm going to make some voice notes that I will listen to on repeat of affirmations based around yesterday. Yeah, that's a really, really good thing. I'd get that done after this call, Tallulah, so you've got it and you can keep listening back. In fact, there was something that I did a couple of months ago now, actually, that was really useful. I left myself a voice note of all the things that aren't coming with me where I'm going. And I let go of so many things that were just no longer serving me, whether that's thoughts, whether that's actions, whether that's feelings, emotions, whatever it was. And that was huge. That was a very big breakthrough. So definitely highly recommend doing that. Definitely more positive thinking, reframing thoughts towards direction notes, thoughts at work. Yes, perfect. Great. Okay. So today, as I said, we're looking very much at celebrity mindset, celebrity status, finding your celebrity energy. And we're also going to do a little bit of work around sort of studying or looking at celebrities and what they do, how they do it, how they're showing up, because that's really helpful too. Let me come in. Telling myself I'm good enough and there is no reason that it can't be me. Yes. Oh my goodness me. 100% Lizzie. Yes. Okay. I love that one. That's huge. That needs to be done daily. You need to literally wake up every morning and be like, why can't it be me? Let's make it me. Because you are good enough. 100%. Okay. So, before we dive into today, actually, let's do the giveaway. So today's giveaway is 1 month free inside of the Leading Lady Collective, which the Leading Lady Collective is now £199 a month inside of. So anyone that shared the graphic to their story at any point over the last, since you signed up, since I tagged you, any of those, you get entered into this giveaway, and we will have one more giveaway tomorrow as well. The winner of this giveaway perfectly is also on this live today, which is really great. I thought I thought this morning, or what if, you know, I draw someone out and then they're not live on the call? What do I do? But I will still announce it. I will still keep it as that person, and I'll send them a message if they're not here. But they are here today on this call. And the winner of 1 month inside of the Leading Lady Collective is Will. Yeah. Will's like, who, me? Yay, I'm really excited. And Will, I know you've been inside of the Leading Lady Collective now for almost 6 months, like you're an OG. So basically how it will work is your next payment will just not come out. Great. You're so welcome. So yeah, you get 1 month inside the Leading Lady Collective for free, which is great, which is really good. Perfect. Before we continue on, let me just check in with Lorette. Yeah, oh, lovely. Lorette says, congratulations, Will. I received my intentions and what is holding me back, ditching what is not serving me. Yes. Reviewed. I just said received. I meant reviewed. I can read. I reviewed my intentions and what is holding me back. Yes. Perfect. 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 And everyone's saying, well done. Yay, Will. Congratulations. It's fun to win things. I love doing a giveaway. I'm going to do this all the time because it's my favourite. So let's dive in. Celebrity status and mindset. Now, as I've said before, you can write any of these things down if you want to make notes on any of this, or use the chat as much as you physically can, because like you saw yesterday, it's really, really useful because I can go back and forth with you and I can help you personally out, and it's just really useful for everyone else to see things as well. So yesterday, obviously, we were talking very much around who you are, the mindset, the beliefs that you have, and what is going to serve you better moving forward, breaking through and reframing some of these thoughts, beliefs that are not going where you're going. So what I want to do is I want you to remind yourself, and you can put this into the chat because we're going to be using this later. I want you to remind yourself of who you want to be. Who do you want to be? What did you say yesterday, if you can remember? I feel like you should know this because this is your vision for your life, for your career. Who do you want to be? Especially after some of the beliefs and the reframe and the work around this yesterday, this should be, this should be a really good next step today. So yesterday, who did you say, this is who I want to be? This is the identity, the character traits, the person. This is how I want to be seen. This is who I want to be seen as. Put it into the chat. Yep, perfect. A feminine, flamboyant, leading man and leading the theatrical society. Yes, 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 perfect. Who do you want to be? And if right now, because I know I've done this in the past, I've typed something in and then I'm like, click send. If you're like, click send. A triple threat star with ultimate confidence and has that girl energy. Yes. A highly impactful coach for mums leveling up their nutrition and life. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. I want to be a glittery, shining star, leading the way with kindness and making people's lives just a little bit better when they see me, my work. Oh, yes, that is it. You are sparkly, 100%. Like, you're walking, talking sparkle of joy. So I love that, and that's so accurate. Okay, so let's take that to another level, because there might be some things, and this is what I want to uncover. Consciously, there might be some things that you're like, oh, I'm just not going to say that. I'm going to keep that to myself. I'm going to hold that as an inner thought. Subconsciously, there might be some things that actually you want to be, but you're not allowing yourself to be. So I want to paint this picture for you a moment and say, well, I'll ask you a question. Who would you be if nothing stood in the way? If you could get your fairy godmother wand out, bibbidi bobbidi boo yourself into dream life you, the one where you're having a huge impact, you're on stages in front of thousands, you are bringing joy to millions of people's lives, doing what you want to be doing, what you love doing, what who would you be? If nobody could say anything, nobody could think anything, you had no idea, if anyone thought, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, or you're getting a bit overly confident, oh, that's cocky. If there was zero resistance, zero opinions, nobody in the world existed but you, they were just there floating in the abyss, but they had no opinion on what you're doing. Nobody stood, nothing stood in your way. Not money, not people in power, not family, not friends, nothing stood in your way. Who would you be? If you could just magically bibbidi bobbidi boo, and you are there, and you're magically there, who would you be? The Queen, yes. Ooh. West End, new show, 8 shows a week. Apartment with girlfriend, talking at Musical Con, West End Live, Olivier Award winner. Oh, yes. Award winner. Never thought of that. That's a good one. An award winner. Yeah. I was just watching this speech from Kate Winslet. I think Kate Winslet is so inspirational. And she was saying, like, back at drama school, she had somebody say to her, one of her acting teachers say to her, you'll probably get like okay success, like if you're okay with playing like the funny fat girl, like you'll do okay. And she was like, look at me now, with her award in her hand, like screw you to that teacher. And she said on that podium, when she was talking on the microphone in that winner's speech, she said, go and do whatever it is you want to do, and don't let someone else's opinion be the reason that you don't do something. Use that, prove them wrong, show that you can, have that, build up that self-belief so strong that no matter what anyone else says, you are just untouchable. It is like people throwing a cotton wool ball like at you, and you're like, You build that kind of like aura of self-belief and protection around yourself that you just become completely unstoppable. So I love these. Get that recognition. Yes, yeah. Ultimately, whatever you've gone into, if you're in the spotlight, whatever industry you've gone into where you want to be in the spotlight, you want to be seen, you want to have status, you want to hold an element of power, you want to be seen, you want to be recognized. It's because you have a bigger calling. It's not because you love what you do. There is a greater purpose, which is what we're going to go into today. Because coming back to this purpose, in all honesty, this is the number one reason why, previously as a performer and now as a coach, I am so resilient, because nothing anyone else says or does is going to affect me. I'm not a leaf blowing in the wind, because I'm so solid in who I am and where I'm going, what my purpose and vision are for my life. That makes you unwavering. That is celebrity status. Olivier Award winner, West End, Broadway, UK tours, cruises, living the life, performing with my future boyfriend in the same musicals, winning full scholarships and offers on the day for drama schools, my performing Instagram account going viral, popular, and having that icon energy. Yes, I love that. Yeah. Going viral, like that is a big thing. There's a lot of people that want to be seen, whether it's on screen, whether it's on social media, whether it's on stages, because you know you have something to share with the world. You know you have a reason as to why you're here, and why there's a reason why you want to have the impact you want to have, why you want to have the eyes on you that you want to have. And when you connect to that higher purpose, that allows you to go above and beyond the gossip, the opinions. They actually become irrelevant. So when you see this, so when you read what you wrote about who you would be if nobody could say anything to you, nobody could look at you in a certain way. And I get this. Whenever I used to, and still sometimes they do it now, although they've been trained differently by me. My parents used to look at me a certain way, or my dad would say something. My mum has this kind of look. And I got to the point where I was like, if I'm going to tell you something that I'm going to do that I know you're going to think is crazy and not possible, which she has thought many times, I'm not going to look at you when I tell you. And I remember saying to her before, there is a look that comes over your face. And that is the reason why my brother doesn't tell you anything. Because he doesn't want to see that look on your face, because that makes him doubt himself. My dad will come out with a comment, like I have said for years. So since I was 6 years old, I wanted a horse. I used to ask for a horse. My birthday and Christmas are really close together. And I used to ask for a horse for my birthday and Christmas every single year. And I never got one. And as an adult, I have promised myself a horse. I said, when I am 40, I am going to buy myself a horse. And even a couple of weeks ago, I was out for a dog walk with my mum and dad, and I was talking about some things happening in the future. And I mentioned, buying myself a horse for my 40th. Maybe I'll be able to buy it for myself when I'm 35. And my dad was like, yeah, all right then. And I was like, watch me. Because it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or the limits other people put on their lives. They do not need to be the limits you put on your life. And I use myself as an example because if I can still have some of that energy around me dripping in at times and still rise above it, so can you. Let me come into the chat. Speaking on stages, having lives changed because of what I do. I am having a feeling of expansion way beyond where I am, being financially free, yes, being able to travel and do things with my children whenever we choose, have a fund to pour into lives of other women, teach life-changing courses, yes, oofed. And every single one of those things changes life for you, for your family, for your friends, for the people you love the most in the world, and for people that come into your world, that you work with, but also that are in your audience that you don't even know exist. When I was in New York City and somebody that followed me recognized me, I literally was like, holy moly, this is a reminder that even the people that I don't see I'm impacting, I am impacting. Never underestimate the power of you, of your voice, of your purpose, of your message, of everything you do. I love it. Lizzie says, do it, horses are the best. I'm lucky enough to have one and he is lovely. Oh, I can't wait. When I get a horse, Lizzie, I will DM you and I'll be like, I've got one. I'll say, let's go for a ride. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I definitely, It's definitely going to happen. It's inevitable. It's something I've wanted for so long. So, okay. All right. So, how do you feel when you see this? Like, is there a specific word that comes to mind? Is there an emotion that you're like, oh, I can really feel this when you look at what you've written? When you look at speaking on stages, changing lives, when you look at being an award winner, when you look at getting that recognition, when you look at literally being the queen of your industry, of your life, of the world, how does that make you feel? Lit up. Amazing. And be honest, like if you look at it and you're like kind of scared, like good, say that. Fear is good. Fear means green light, let's go. Excited, happy, I'm proud of myself. Yes. Yes. How does it make you feel? Why do I feel neutral? Ooh, that's really interesting, Tallulah. The reason, this is my perception of why you feel neutral, is because you're so certain that it's going to happen. You're like, yeah, this is done. So I challenge you, is there anything else you could add to that or change about that? In fact, no, don't. Keep it that. Keep it exactly as it is. I think there's empowerment in that neutrality. Is that even a word? Like, that's done. Yes, get me there now, but also really, nah, not in a million years. Will that happen for me? Yeah, so kind of holding those two dualities, which also makes sense based on some of the beliefs that came up for you yesterday, right? So like pure excitement, like yes, 100%, let's go, like that would be amazing. But then there's the part of you that's going, oh my goodness, can I do that? Can I actually do that? Which also is completely normal. Whenever I think about doing something totally insane, and you know, I'm sure you've all heard me say this at some point, like it's natural to feel that fear. But for me, whenever I go, am I scared? Like, am I feeling the fear right now? If the answer is yes, I'm like, okay, that means go. Fear equals green light, let's go. It means I need to do it because it is literally a portal for me to level up. And if I do not step forward into that fear, that growth won't happen. That dream won't become. It will stay floating on a cloud way above me, far away from me. Okay. I kind of want to jump away. I'm gonna bench this for a moment, and I want to come onto another topic because we're going to combine the two things together. I feel how I will manage it all because I was such a huge people pleaser, taking care of everyone's needs and saved mine for last. That has changed, but I haven't managed a course or clients on my own yet. Yet. Yeah. Key word there. Because soon you will literally think that and be like, oh, now I have managed a course and clients on your own. Like, done. And there'll be a new level, a new fear, or a new worry, a new concern, a new, discomfort. Because you're a human, like that's always going to happen. And that's why this work never ends. Because unless you stay exactly where you are, you do not grow, you do not change, nothing changes, which is basically, I can tell you right now, that will never happen, especially the people that you are, the person that you are right now here with me, whether you're live on the replay or you're watching this for the 10th time. You're not someone that sits where you are, that stays where they are, that stays in their comfort zone, that doesn't grow and expand and want to go to new levels and achieve huge things. So you're always going to feel some element of fear. But just like when you're lifting weights, just like when you're running or swimming or walking, the more you do it, the more reps you put in, the easier it gets, and you can add that weight on, you can add that distance on, you can run faster, you can swim faster, you can increase the intensity of whatever it is you're doing, and that becomes a next step, but you know that you can hold it, and then you go to the next step and you know you can hold it, so you go to the next step. And that is literally how you get to where you want to go, because you don't sit in the fear, you don't make excuses, you go, do you know what, yeah, I'm afraid. That means go. Fear means go time. Yeah, I feel fear every time I have to run and jump off a piece of set in the show. How funny. Yes, I'm here for it, says Lorette. Okay, amazing. So, what celebrities do you love? Put some celebrities that come straight into your head. They're like, I love this person. They, you know, maybe celebrities that inspired you or continue to inspire you. I've told this story once before that Johnny Depp was the reason I went into acting. I was always a horsey girl. I'd never danced, sung, acted, like that wasn't my thing. I watched Pirates of the Caribbean when I was 13 years old, and I decided, I want to be like this guy. I want to be like Jack Sparrow. So I went to an acting class, like an acting, singing, dancing workshop. Loved it. 20 years later, like, you know, here we are. If Johnny Depp did not embrace his weird, quirky, wonderful Johnny Deppness, I would not be here right now with you. I would not be who I am. I would not be where I am. So thank the Lord, he decided, yeah, do you know what? I am a bit weird. Let's go make a living out of it. Let's go share with the world that being weird is okay. That standing out, that being different should be celebrated. So who for you, what celebrities, you know, do you love, do you appreciate, do you feel inspired by? Drop some names into the chat. Who inspires you? I mean, there's so many people I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah. Anne Hathaway, amazing. What is the reason that Anne Hathaway inspires you, or what is it you love about her? Like, personally, I'm very inspired by Beyonce. Very inspired by Beyonce. By her authority, by her fearlessness to just go against the grain, to do what doesn't make sense. Like, completely obsessed with that. Everything that you think you should, or you know, everything you think like, oh, you shouldn't do that, she goes and does it. That inspires me. Yes, Beyonce, Leighton Williams, amazing. Like, you know, drop some names in. Jim Carrey is someone that for me, like, I absolutely love, because he's so quirky, like, so like just funny, and very much like, this is who I am. You don't like it, like, take me or leave me, it doesn't matter, I'm going to carry on being me. I love that about him. I love that he can literally be the strangest, weirdest person in the film, and you're drawn into that energy. He's not normal at all. Not normal at all. Wow, so many. Yeah. Helena Bonham Carter. Yeah. Pink, Cher, Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, Julie Andrews. Oh my goodness, so many. Carrie Hope Fletcher, Joel Montague. I think I've said that right. Jeremy Jordan, Alan Tevitt, Rowan Atkinson. Yeah, so many. And keep dropping them in. Like, you can put more, you can put more. What makes you love these people or this person? What inspires you about them? I know, Will, you've said there how they're living their lives and their morals. You've said comic timing is another thing. What is it about these people? Yep. Anne advocates for women empowerment and children's health, and she speaks up on other issues. Yeah. So she uses her status, her voice, her audience to raise awareness, to encourage health and good things, which makes sense, right, Lorette? Because that's what you are doing and aspire to build even bigger, to have an even bigger impact with. Work ethic and consistently showing up for themselves, standing up for issues in the industry and wider issues. Yeah. Yeah. Again, this is where you want to go, right, Will? So the person at your stage school, Tallulah, are they famous? I specifically want this to be somebody that is in the spotlight. So is this someone that has like a, big energy, spotlight, a big following, a big, yeah, okay, amazing. In the West End, music videos on TV, perfect, I love that. Yeah. You will notice that the reason you are drawn to the people that you're drawn to, yeah, their talent and dedication, not being afraid to be themselves, doing what they want to do, even if it's not the done thing at the time, range, consistency, versatility, yeah. So the reason why you're drawn to these people is because either they are doing what you want to be doing, they have the impact you want to have, or they are literally future you, or a combination of all three of those. I mean, Lorette, whether you want to be an actor or not, you want to be doing exactly what Anne Hathaway's doing in the sense of children's health, women's empowerment, having that impact. Same, Lizzie, I'll pull out Julie Andrews from yours. That talent, that dedication, like that is where you want to be. Like, you want to go against the grain or not do what is the done thing, to have that versatility as an actor to do any number of things and still be a good person. Like all of the people that you've chosen, right? What you know of them, you know they're good people. Generally, especially now in today's industry, it's still masked slightly at times, but it is way more obvious if somebody's not a very nice person. You can tell in the way they speak to people, you can tell in the way they treat people. But these are all good, kind-hearted, good souls, human beings, right? You don't go, oh, well, I would love to have their success, but yeah, they're an asshole. Like, they're not. Yeah, they're good people. This is the key. Celebrities are not bad people. Most of them. There are a few narcissists, because that's what sneaks through, and they are very self-indulgent. Yeah, Michelle Obama advocates for what I want to be doing more of as well. Yeah. I mean, there's a crazy, I can't remember the exact data, but Taylor Swift has done more to end food, like to end poverty and starvation and food struggles in this country while she's been on her Eras tour than the government has done in over 10 years. Like, that is wild. She's literally given thousands and thousands of pounds towards charities to end, you know, poverty and starvation in families and low income, you know, families and children that are impacted by that. She, as a singer on a world tour, has done more than a government. That's the impact you can have. And do you think when she started singing and when she first said, "Do you know what, Mum, I want to be a singer," do you think that's what she thought she would be doing? Do you think that later down the line she would be giving thousands of pounds to every town she visits on her tour to buy food for people? Yeah, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, they also contribute to Feeding America. Yeah, you've got Russell Brunson, who, you know, I'm pretty sure his charity of choice is like the Underground Railroad one, or has been. Like, these people that are big celebrities in any industry, whether they're a singer, they're an actor, they're a coach, they're just an icon in the world. You know them, you know the name. They are having a huge effect to more than just their own life and the people closest to them. They are doing things that aren't even within the scope of what they thought they would do. Now, I'm sure, staying with Taylor Swift as the example, I'm sure Taylor Swift thought, I'm going to change people with my music. I'm going to sing songs about my life, about my breakups, about my love, and I am going to change how, you know, how people get through things. I'm going to help them overcome heartbreak. I'm going to help them find people that they love, deal with their issues. I'm going to help them feel joy. In all honesty, the reason I wanted to become a performer back when I was a teenager, and this is what kept me going the whole time, is that I wanted to bring joy to people's lives. Not because I want to be on stage. Yeah, I wanted to be on stage, but it would be hella boring if I was on stage and there was no audience there that I was making a difference to. I was like, realistically, like, what do I actually want? What is my purpose? Because my purpose is not to do what I love doing. Yes, I want to do what I love doing. But there is a higher purpose. There is a higher calling than I'm doing what I love doing that I'm good at doing. Hence why I moved into coaching. When the pandemic hit and I was like, right, how can I help people? How can I bring joy to people in this time where people need it more than ever? This was how. And this is where we're at now. Now I'm literally teaching you how to do the same, and on an even bigger scale. I want to be that person that can turn around and go, yeah, so this famous person, this famous person, this famous person, this celebrity, yeah, I worked with every single one of them. Because that's what this work does. That's what using celebrity status, celebrity mindset can do. Yes, you feel great. Yes, you earn good money. Yes, you finally get seen, you get noticed, people know who you are, they recognize you on the streets, you have thousands of followers, you're going viral, you're changing people's lives, but like, you're actually changing people's lives. Someone goes into your industry because of you. Someone ends, you know, unhealthy habits in their family for generations to come because of you. Someone decides, do you know what? I can be absolutely not what fits the mold and be successful because of you. There is a much larger game at play here. It's so much bigger than, I want to do what I love and survive and enjoy myself. So I'd love you to put into the chat, what is your purpose? What is your actual purpose deep down? Like mine, when I went into performing, I was like, I want to bring joy to people's lives. I want to provide an escape. Whilst they are in that theatre, whilst they are watching that show, whilst they are watching me sing, act, whatever, they are escaping whatever it is they want to escape from. They are happy. They are having the time of their life. And as a coach, my purpose now has expanded on that. Yes, I want to bring joy and purpose and fulfillment to your life, to get you everything you want, but also so that you can continue that ripple effect and you can impact thousands of people. You can change thousands, millions of lives, every single person that comes into contact with you. The fact that I can walk down the street in New York City beside Macy's, in a city that I do not live, and I literally was there for a week. I can walk down that street, hear someone shout, "Gemma!" And I was like, who's calling my, who on earth is going to be calling my name here? Turn around, I saw a girl running towards me with this brown hair. She had her sunglasses on. She put her sunglasses on her head. She was like, "Oh my God, it's you." And I was like, "Yep, it's me." She said, "This is going to sound really weird, but I follow you on Instagram and I absolutely love everything you share. I love everything that you're doing. And I just walked past you and something stood out about you to me. And I was like, oh, she looks great. Hang on. I know who that is. I think that's Gemma. She's in New York at the moment. I've got to say hi." She said, "So I came running over to you. I hope you don't mind." She said, "I just wanted to say, thank you so much for everything that you do." She said, everything you post is so, so helpful." She said, "I've been following you on Instagram for ages." She has just finished the national tour of On Your Feet, which is a Gloria Estefan musical. She was like, "And I'm back in New York City, I'm back here, I'm auditioning, back, getting back into life." She was like, "I'm so glad I saw you. Can we have a picture?" She took a picture and was like, go. I know that you're super busy, but thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing and thanks for the picture. It was so nice to meet you," and walked off. And I literally turned around and carried on walking and I was like, what the fuck just happened? What just happened? And I wanted to document how I was feeling and what went through my mind in that time. And I instantly got my phone out and started recording myself talking through what had just happened and how it felt, because I never ever want to forget that feeling. You don't even know the impact you're having when you do what you do. When you stay on track, when you decide, this is my purpose, this is why I'm here, this is what I was put on this planet to do, you have no idea the impact you have to people's lives. And you owe it to yourself and to everyone's life you've yet to impact, or previously or currently impact, to never stop doing what you're doing, to never come out of alignment with your purpose, to ever ignore your calling because you're scared, because that person might think something about you, because that person that is completely irrelevant said something negative, or thinks, oh, who do they think they are? Because quite frankly, in that moment, I was like, I'm Gemma fucking Ann Barnes. And I am changing people's lives. And so are you in what you're doing. In everything you do, in every choice you make. You hold so much power, just as a human being. And the fact that increasing your status, increasing your impact, can only bring more good in the world, what the fuck are you waiting for? How on earth could it be a bad thing? that you become famous, that you become a celebrity, that you get seen, that you get noticed, that you're the name that people know, that people recognize. That when I sit on here and I say, what celebrities inspired you to do what you do in 10 years' time? People say, oh, Will Eamer did. Elizabeth Maylard did. Tallulah Buxton did. Lorette Voglemar did. I've probably said that wrong. Voglemar? Lorette did. So put it in the chat if you haven't already. I went off on a TED talk there. What is your purpose? Yeah, bringing joy to people's lives. I love making people laugh. To bring more acceptance and positivity to the world by telling the stories. Yes, yes, yes. My purpose is to make people smile and to be a therapist somewhat to people, like a comfort person. I've always wanted to be a mix of a therapist performer, so why not combine my love of performing and caring for people on stage at the same time? 100 million%. Same as yours, provide escapism and happiness, make people's lives better and inspire others to be kind to each other. Yep. When I was working at Legoland, after a show, a lady came up to me and said that they came 2 years before and her children loved me so much they remembered me, talked about it all the time, and they were so happy they got to see me again. I would love to have that on a bigger scale. Yeah. Like, how crazy that you have such an impact that people remember you 2 years later. I want to take the weight off women's shoulders so they can see a happy, fulfilled life for themselves. Yeah. That's literally it. And if you do nothing else, if you take nothing else away from these 3 days together, take that. What you've just written, your purpose. And remind yourself of that every single damn day. Every time things get hard, every time you face challenges, every time you doubt yourself, every time you feel fear, you feel resistance, shut down the opinions, shut down any doubt, shut it all down by focusing solely on this. As I said yesterday, where your focus goes, energy flows, which I remembered yesterday evening, is a Tony Robbins quote. I knew it was somebody. Wherever your focus goes, energy flows. If you give your focus to the opinions, to the fear, to the doubt, guess what? That's how you're going to feel, and that's where you're going to sit, and you will not move forward to this purpose. If you shut all of that down, you put your blinkers up, and you focus on your purpose, who you're meant to be, what you're meant to do in this world, and then allow that to expand as well. Like I said to you, Taylor Swift thought she would change the world with her message, with her voice, with her songs, with her stories, but she now ends poverty and starvation. Because when you gain that status, when you gain that impact, you get to a point where there are other things you can, it's like the champagne glass analogy that I've said before. When you pour into that top glass, it overflows into every other one without much more effort. I'd love to know, what character traits in the celebrities you loved do you also have? This is really interesting. I've done this work with a client or something similar to this with a client on the New York City retreat. And somebody that she said she loved, the reason she loved them, she also did the same things as that person. i.e., you speak in silly voices, and that's why you love Jim Carrey, because he makes it okay for you to do that and not be weird. He's making millions of pounds. He's in, he's an A-lister. He is a name across the world. He is in huge films being weird, speaking in silly voices, making up sounds, making fart noises. So what character traits do they have that you also have? Because I want you to see these, because these are important. Never is afraid to stand out and set themselves apart from everyone in the best way. Funny, outgoing, infectious energy. Yes. That is one of the best things you can do for yourself. Identify what it is about you. And this may change over time. This may expand, this may grow. All have traits: being truly themselves, being silly and weird, keeps going when the brick wall hits. Yeah. They've been through things, but they've kept going, despite when things don't go to plan, despite when bad things happen. Truly themselves, being weird and being silly. Yeah. These personality traits are why you're drawn to the people you're drawn to. It is not just what they're doing. Because if you want to be a singer, there are hundreds of singers. But the reason you're drawn into specific singers is because of who they are, because of their character traits, because of their values. In all honesty, I'm not really a fan of Taylor Swift's music. But now I like her and I'm drawn to her because of the impact she's having, because of the lives that she is changing. I appreciate what she does and who she is. Am I going to put her soundtrack on? Absolutely not, I'll be honest. But if I saw her, would I want to shake her hand and be like, you are an icon? You are changing the world? Yes, I would. There is a reason why you're drawn to people like Freddie Mercury. There is a reason why you're drawn to people like Julie Andrews. There is a reason why you are drawn to people like Tony Robbins. There is a reason. And I want you to remember every time you think, oh God, this is hard, I don't know if I can do this. Remember what your purpose is. And remember that the person you said inspired you, the celebrity you love, they did it. And if they can do it, so can you. If that person can do what you want to do, that means you can do it too. That's why we're highlighting these people. So now I want you to write your name in the chat. You can write your full name. You can write just your first name. I want you to put your name in the chat. I want you to look at your name. This name that you're looking at right now is meant to be known, is meant to be seen. This person that you're looking at in the chat right now is going to have a huge impact, even bigger than you thought. even bigger than you can even comprehend right now. This name that you're staring at in the chat, your own name, I want you to say it out loud to yourself. Yeah. You already have everything inside of you to have a huge impact, to be an even bigger celebrity than the people you look up to. And the only thing stopping you, and I'm going to be real with you now, I'm going to be honest, the only thing stopping you is you. The only thing stopping you from having the impact you want, from being noticed, from being seen, from being famous, from being a celebrity in your industry, having the impact you want, bringing joy, bringing life change, bringing world change. The only person stopping you is you. And the way you can change that is, as I said a moment ago, always choose purpose over fear. Always choose purpose over resistance. In times of struggle, in times of hardship, in times of challenge, in times of resistance, in times of rejection, in times of fear, come back to your purpose. Remember who the fuck you are and what the fuck you want to do and why you want to do it. Come back to your purpose every single time and you will continue to move forward. You were not put on this planet to be average, to blend in, to just live an okay life, to just plod along and be forgotten and not leave a legacy. To impact 1 or 2 lives. You were here to impact a minimum of 1 or 2 million lives. Upwards of that. And I know in your minds, you can't even comprehend those numbers. But that is what you're here for. The world needs you. That name you just put in the chat, that the world needs that person. The world needs you. And it's not selfish to want to be a celebrity. It's not selfish to want fame. It's actually one of the most selfless things you can do is accept that power, accept that responsibility, accept that impact. Actually use the power you have inside of you to change people's lives. Because none of you here are bad people. Not one person that comes into my world is a bad person because I don't attract bad people. I will always pull in the good souls that are going to change the world, that are going to make a difference. To help you get to that point. To help you have that impact. What are you thinking right now? Put it in the chat. I want to know what thoughts are coming up. Yep, done. Yep, says Lorette, love it. I let others bring me down, so I lost that for a long time. And it is great to hear you say it and finally believe it again. 100%. The reality is, people are always going to judge you based on their own limitations, their own limiting beliefs. They are always going to measure your success or what success looks like for them based on their experiences, on their beliefs. So why are you letting somebody that isn't even on the same path as you, that doesn't have the purpose on this earth that you have, dictate what you do? Somebody that in the grand scheme of things, even if they are the person closest to you, their opinion is irrelevant. Because also, and I will tell you this right now, this is a fact. I have seen it happen and experienced it myself, that on the way up, the climb can be lonely, which is why you have to surround yourself with people like this. Why you have to surround yourself with people that are going where you're going. Big. People that want to have a huge impact, that have such a clear purpose, that the vision they have for their life and the changes they are making in this world are massive. Because if you don't surround yourself with those people, you do not raise to the expectations you have for yourself, you lower yourself to the expectations of those around you. Which is why when you surround yourself with people that eat cookies at midnight, with people that don't wake up early and look after their body and their health and their mindset, people that don't put themselves first, people that see the world as a bad place, that think every celebrity is selfish, that think, oh, well, everything's out to get me, everyone's out to get me. That's why you then start to become like that person. Get that person as far away from you as possible. Surround yourself with people that literally say what Tallulah said here, holy moly, ready to change my mindset and create a fucking throne for myself. It's about damn time, in the words of Lizzo. It is about damn time. And it's not easy. It's not. It is hard. But is it worth it? 100 million%. Because however many years from now, you will look back and you will go, I am so glad I listened to Gemma Barnes and I went for it. I am so glad that every time I felt scared, I felt doubt, I went for it. I connected to my purpose and I kept going. Because most people are afraid to play that big. Most people live in average and will bob along and be average. But for me personally, and this is a little bit dark, but this is the reality, when I am laying on my deathbed or when I die and I'm looking down on my body or whatever happens to you, I want to turn around and go, I made a fucking difference and I had the time of my life doing it. I can't think of anything worse than thinking I'm going to die any day and I didn't do this, I didn't do this, I wish I'd done that. I honestly can't think of anything worse. Saying that made me feel a bit sick. I literally felt my stomach go, what? You are not here for average muggle life. You're not. And I literally, in like a year from now, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, want to see your name everywhere. And I'll be like, yeah, I'm not even surprised. It was inevitable. It was meant to be. It was going to happen. And when you're changing the world, bringing joy to people's lives, changing people's lives, impacting thousands, millions of lives, I'll be like, of course. I had no doubt. Because you're that person. You're the one. You are the one. Okay. I've loved this call. I think this has been my favourite call I've ever done, ever, in like my entire life. I think this is my favourite session I've ever done. It's just something really, really powerful in this. Yeah, Will says, yeah, we fucking are. I'm gonna have to start putting a disclaimer on my work and be like, warning, there will be explicit like language. Because I don't think I've ever got through a session. And it's funny because one of the coaches I work with never swears. But I literally swear all the time. Impact. It's impact. So, how are we feeling? Exciting, cheering for all of us. Yes. Lorette's like, let's take it out. Let's go. Lorette's in a rocket ship and got a rocket ship for everyone there, ready to go, ready to fly out of this world, take over the world. I love it. I love this work so much. I love this work so much. Yeah. Do not ignore that calling. It's actually selfish of you to not be a celebrity. Because then you only impact a small handful of lives. Okay. So, let me come into the chat. Yeah, I feel a bit emotional hearing you say all that. Feeling excited and inspired. Yeah. Yeah. And that's good, you know? Like that feeling of like that is a shift in you, a big shift. Huge. So, I'm glad. If you were sat there right now and you were like, I don't really feel anything, that's when I'd be like, okay, something's wrong. Something has happened. If you finish this call and you're like, yeah, I feel nothing, like there is something going on. So I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay. It's time for surprise of day 2, the surprise of day 2, which is something I've been planning for a little while. And actually, before I tell you the kind of the story behind this, I'm gonna tell you what it is. How do I enter the giveaway? Do you mean? How do you enter the giveaway? Yeah. So to enter the giveaway, all you need to do is share the graphic that is on the bottom of the email or on Instagram, the 3-day Leading Lady Level Up graphic. Share that to your Instagram stories and tag me at Gemma Ann Barnes, literally the name you see there, which I believe we follow each other, Tallulah, so I should come up for you. Do that. One entry is like one share, and then I'll announce our final giveaway winner tomorrow. So now, yeah, I love your surprises and giveaways. Thanks, Lorette. So do I. So the surprise for today is something brand new that I'm dropping that there's one person in this world that actually knows about it. And it is a 2-week program called becoming. It's very fitting. And basically inside of becoming, I am going to teach you how to level up your mindset, kind of more on what we've been doing inside of these 3 days, how to feel safe in your expansion, in being seen, in getting noticed, in becoming a celebrity, because that brings on a whole new level of programs and issues and things like that. Bear with me 2 seconds. I think someone's at the door. Let me pause there for a sec. Maybe Gus is just barking. We're fine. So this is for you to feel safe in that expansion, to really lean into your leading lady energy, embrace your leading lady energy, and identify what that is for you, so that you can run with it every single day. Basically, so that you can get visible, you can become the star of the show and live the life you want every single day of your life. That's what this 2-week mini mind sets you up to do. Yes, it's online, Tallulah. The whole thing is online. So the way this works is it's 2 weeks. You get 2 weeks inside of a Telegram group chat for coaching, audio drops from me, moving through things. And then you also get 2 live calls as well, which will be tailored around stepping into your celebrity energy. There's definitely something coming through the door because he's going mental. Stepping into your leading lady energy, and stepping into that celebrity status, how to take everything you're already doing up a level. My goal for July is to turn up the dial. That is literally my vibe for July, turning up the dial, and that's what we're going to do in these 2 weeks. So basically what this looks like, the result that you can expect to get is you will learn how to increase your visibility and start getting way more visible, getting noticed in your industry, standing out in your industry. You will identify your leading lady energy, like where you feel unstoppable and what you need to be doing more of, what you need to be unafraid of doing, and where you can expand so that you become magnetic to the life you want, whether that's more clients, whether that's more money, whether that's more jobs, booked out, sold out shows, any of those things. You want your audience and people to literally be drawn into you. They want to work with you. And then also recognize where you're not showing up as a leading lady, like I said, and level that up. So this is, as I said, this is 2 weeks. It's a short 2-week program, and we start on, let me double check the date. It's not next Monday, it's the Monday after. We start on the 15th of July. I'm going to be answering any questions you've got about it and talking about it a little bit more tomorrow as well. But if you are like, I already know I want to do this, then send me a DM on Instagram and I will send you the link. Oh, I haven't told you how much it is. It's only £97. It's £97 for the 2 weeks. If you're inside the Leading Lady Collective, you get this included. Will's like, I was just going to ask that. If you're inside the Leading Lady Collective, you get this included. If you aren't inside the Leading Lady Collective and you want to join this, then it is £97. That's it. Any questions before tomorrow, or any thoughts you want to leave us with tomorrow? What we are going to be doing tomorrow is the Leading Lady formula. So literally a framework that you can use every single day to basically continue this work we've been doing together in these 3 days. You can show up for yourself daily. We're also going to be doing a bonus Q&A and coaching session as well. So if you want to come up, you want to ask questions, want to receive coaching around anything that we have looked at in the last 3 days, then that is going to be a time for you to ask questions and get coaching as well. So as well as the Leading Lady formula, I will be answering any questions you've got and working through some things. I will literally be doing our final giveaway as well and announcing our final surprise. Make sure if you haven't already, you join the Telegram group as well. This is going to be this has become our space for the Leading Lady community. So if you want to become famous, you want to be seen, you want to be known, you want to be the celebrity, you're ready to have a bigger impact, this is the space you need to be in moving forward. Yay! All right, let me come into the chat one last time. Perfect, amazing. Tallulah says just posted on my account. Oh, amazing. That will be so much fun. Have fun. So if you can't make it live tomorrow, as with every other day, there will be a replay. So do not stress. Go have the most amazing afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow on our third and final call. Woo! This 3-day Leading Lady Level Up has been wild. I've loved every second. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.